The Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Fire Chief Joey Nicolas, my guest tonight, as well as Silva from GITA, the Deputy Administrator of
You
GITA.
keep forgetting the
GITA.
Taijeron.
Yes. I know. Former Senator, former Senator. Mana, when you guys go out there and looking at business opportunities to bring to Guam, I mean, of course, we have our qualifying certificate. That's a big enticer. But when it comes down to them really looking at Guam, one of the main things they're saying is, how's your police department? How's your fire department? I'm going to invest a lot of money over there, okay? I need to make sure that they're safe. I make sure that, again, anything happens, that these are the guys are going to be there. Schools and all that. That's a good challenge right now. That's because the government doesn't have a hand on it, But that's for another show, okay? But all these go into, again, going out there and trying to entice companies, businesses, individuals to come to Guam and do business in Guam. Is it not?
It is, absolutely. It's a total package. And when investors look at Guam, they look at the public safety because they'll move here with their families. They want to know, is the community safe for their families, for their employees, for their workers? And so definitely police and the fire, the duties and the jobs that they fulfill and what they bring to the community is important. And even myself, I've seen a huge change from when I was in the media to when I was a senator. There's been such a turnaround. The fire department, like you mentioned earlier in the show, has increased in its capacity in the number of ambulances and fire trucks on the street. The police department has added more folks, so that they recently added an additional program to patrol inside the neighborhoods and stuff. And so there's been a huge improvement in the public safety aspect. And so, we're able to go out and now tell our investors that our community is safe for you to come out here. Not only is your investment sound and your money is safe here because the U.S. is a safer place to park your money, but we've also got a safe community for you and your family.
Sure. Now, Chief, reality is reality, and that's where we live. We're the tip of the spear, as a lot of people say. Okay, but not only that, are the tip of the spear, but we are in the middle of could be a very dangerous area.
Yes.
Very, very dangerous area. We have North Korea, we have China all around us. I mean, the military is not building up here because we're just laid back and that's what they want to do. They just want a vacation. That's not what they're doing. They have a mission. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah, you know that. That being said, we have to be prepared at all times. We need to give you the mechanism, the tools, because as much as we love Guam and we're a safe place, we're also a potentially very hot spot for major powers, major governments, powers that do not like America.
Yeah, and if I can add to that challenge, one thing that we need to understand is that Guam is in the middle of the ocean, and we do not have assistance, a phone call away, travel over here within an hour to help our island. So the fire service that you see, we are it. Imagine if an incident like 9/11 was to occur, where fire departments from all over America came in to help New York. And so if something was to happen here on Guam, we are it. The 222 firefighters that I have are pretty much all that's going to be there to respond to any major incident like that. And the same to be said with the police.
Especially if our ports of entry are incapacitated.
Yes, exactly. And so, it's very important that we look into these things and come up with the right solutions for us, because you're right. I mean, we are the next theater. The U.S. has already admitted that by placing a THAAD system here, THAAD missile system, and they've acknowledged that, yes, potentially the next theater is going to be on this side of the world, and we are the strategic advantage point of the United States' great power of military. And so Guam is very important in that aspect. We need to make sure that we attract the right leaders to understand that, to realize the potential of what we can be, and be able to come up with the solutions of the challenges that we face every day, because there is no utopia anywhere in the world. And so you need right leaders to understand that we're going to have problems every day. And it's been said out there that, if we roll back on these salaries, we can solve this problem, we can solve that problem. Well, I tell you what, if you retain the salaries and maybe even improve it, to include the career fields like teachers,
Sure.
going back to the senators, if we improve these salaries, we're gonna build and retain the best and the brightest that can come up with the solutions to solve the everyday problems that we are gonna face. It doesn't matter. We could have the best fire department in the world. There's still gonna be a problem somewhere that we need to address. And to go back to the effect or the impact, something as simple as a bomb threat or a bomb scare can really make you understand the value of the fire department per se. Recently, we had those runs of bomb threats. Western Hotel safely evacuated their entire hotel, and the reason why they were able to safely do it is because you have a not to pat the shoulders of my guys, but
we want
I have a very effective fire inspection program, fire prevention bureau, and as well as my suppression guys that go out there and they do these pre-fire plans and they do these rehearsals with these hotels, and they teach them the safe way to evacuate everybody. And they do it at the schools and they do it everywhere. That was before it wasn't so like that. We recognize that because we're taking on the best practices, because I've also placed not just myself but many other leaders, subordinate leaders around me that also are very valuable, who could potentially be the next fire chief.
That's right.
And we've been able to implement these programs, these initiatives that have become enduring programs now.
And here's the thing too, as well as we move on, as technology changes, as time changes, as the threats changes. Okay, I don't see the threat where we're at because of where we're located. That's going to diminish anytime soon. And down the line, way past your time, folks are going to be coming in and saying, well, wait a minute. You want me to work there? You want my expertise? This is what you're going to have to pay me.
Yes.
If I'm going to put myself and my family on the line here, this is what you need to compensate. I can see that time.
Yes.
I can see that time. And to say, well, you're not as important because we only have a certain man and we don't have the big population. Well, again, Guam is the tip of the spear. We have a smaller population, but this is the entry to a bigger theater.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that I really do not like to hear is the OOG thing.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be only on Guam that we are like this? I think we deserve, just like anywhere else, stateside salaries, for these executive level positions, we deserve it. Senators deserve it.
Yeah.
Our governor deserves it, and rightfully so, and we should have it, and we should keep it, maintain it, sustain it.
And it shows we deserve it, Chief, because I tell you what, if you didn't deserve it, okay, or if we don't deserve it, why do our people get hired elsewhere and get paid even higher?
Absolutely.
It's not because they don't deserve it. They don't say, hey, come here so you deserve more. Come here because, wow, you got great training. You work in a diverse community. And we'll get you in here. We need you here.
Going back to those 91 salaries, remember the big exodus in the mid-90s, the late 90s, when our talent was leaving to the West Coast, to the States for better opportunities. So you want to bring us, there's a move to bring us back to those 91 salaries. We might very well see that exodus again.
And we talk about the best and the brightest. We talk about wanting to attract, but what about our kids? In the future, the future kids, the kids who might aspire to these leadership positions. If we keep talking about how these positions aren't worthy, and we keep the degradation of the elected positions, the lieutenant governor, the governor, and the senators, why would they want to do it? And like you said, they'll just get on a plane and go somewhere else where they could be more worthy.
And they got a great training ground here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.